Welcome to Weekly Briefing. I'm Rion. You know it's bad when sci-fi's killer doll Chucky sets more virtuous boundaries on murder than Democrats.
Kill them all! Any questions? Is there an age limit on potential victims? Good question. No babies. We're not savages.
Does the president have a clear belief in what he thinks the restrictions should be on, or if there should be any restrictions on abortion? You've been asked this before, but I just want to get a clear answer.
The president's view is that women should be able to make choices about their own health care. I'm not going to detail it further beyond what he said in the past from here.
Jen can't give a straight answer. Why? Because 80% of America opposes the savagery of her answer. Aborting a child all the way until the moment of birth? Yes, please, shouts Joe Biden. Absolutely, yell Democrats. Clinton Powell, a.k.a. Mr. Blackface Ralph Northam, laid it out.
When we talk about third trimester abortions, these are done with the consent of obviously the mother, with the consent of the physicians, more than one physician, by the way.
Oh, that's better. As long as mom and doctors give it a thumbs up, a breathing newborn baby can be killed or denied care after it's born.
I'm not going to detail it further beyond what he said.
Again, even Chucky the doll gives clearer answers than his White House doppelganger.
Could you define baby? Well, let's just say nobody under the age of 5 or 6. Fair enough?
This is the savagery of Democrats today. A defining trait of savages is the inability to draw boundaries, the inability to articulate right from wrong, good from evil, male from female.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No.
Yeah.
I can't.
Here's their ugly secret. Democrats hate women and children. When they're not busy aborting them, they resort to starving, mutilating, canceling, or grooming them. Whether by calling gender mutilation gender-affirming healthcare, grooming kindergartners with sexual conversations, allowing biological men to assault women's sports, or ignoring a baby formula crisis.
Every drop of formula counts. The Katy, Texas couple is rationing it for their 4-month-old daughter, Magnolia.
Here is incoming White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre giving 2 flying finkwaddles about it all.
Is this running point on the formula issue at the White House? You mentioned the White House is involved.
I mean, at the White House, I don't know. I can find out for you and get you a person who's running point.
One expects more empathy from a lesbian #proud mom. But empathy is one thing we have not seen out of this White House. Gross intimidation outside the homes of conservative Supreme Court justices over Roe v. Wade? Who cares? Passionate women are above state and federal law.
The reason people are protesting is because women across the country are worried about their fundamental rights.
Look, everyone has a story. Everyone has a reason for the positions they take. It's easy to sit here and judge these shrieking mad women. But let's take a step back and calmly assess the abortion lobby's biggest and most compelling arguments. Here they are.
Women's health care is at risk for millions of people across this country.
Abortion as health care. The way they put it, it sounds like the moment Roe v. Wade is overturned and abortion becomes a question for the states, women are going to fall over dying everywhere. But will they? No. Abortion will still be available in at least half of America, first of all. And on the actual question of how many abortions are performed in the interest of a woman's health, there are 2 data sources we can pull from: the Guttmacher Institute and the state of Florida. The Guttmacher Institute in 2004 conducted one of the largest referenced survey of post-abortive women. Of all the reasons women anonymously gave for why they aborted their baby, physical health risk was just 4%. Over 90% of abortions were purely elective. The state of Florida is interesting because it records the reason for every abortion within its borders. In 2020, of the more 70,000 abortions, just 1.7% were because the pregnancy threatened the mom's life. 95% of abortion cases had nothing to do with health and everything to do with the mother not wanting the child. and just 1% of those abortions were due to the child having a serious abnormality. To say millions of women's health will be put at risk is utter bunk. This next one is a tougher subject, though.
Oklahoma law has passed that would outlaw abortion even in the case of rape or incest. But what Republicans are really after is criminalizing women's very bodies.
First of all, pregnancies resulting from rape or incest in the U.S. are statistically extremely rare. In Florida's data, of the 70,000 abortions performed, 8 were due to incest. That's 0.01%. 0.2% were due to rape. These are difficult situations, to say the least, but they're also statistically much rarer than the abortion lobby makes it sound. Former President Ronald Reagan framed it in terms of justice. If a woman or girl is legally allowed to kill a man in self-defense, she also has the right to kill the seed of that assault. Abortion as self-defense against a criminal is something most Americans support. While there are incredible stories of assaulted women and girls going through with their pregnancies, for those favoring capital punishment of society's worst criminals, Reagan's view resonates. How many of these abortion activists, by the way, would support the death penalty for adult criminals? Almost none of them. Again, proof these people actually despise children. They'll fight for a criminal before they'll be caught dead fighting for a child. Last and most stupid of the abortion activists' main arguments is this notion banning abortions will send women into the back alleys. Women will resort to having coat hanger hooks scrape the unwanted baby out of their wombs.
You can't get rid of abortion. You can only get rid of safe abortion. You can't get rid of abortion. You can only get rid of life-saving healthcare. You can't get rid of abortion. You can only get rid of safe abortion. You can't get rid of abortion. But what you can do is make people literally stick clothes hangers up their uteruses in order to prevent an unwanted pregnancy like we're back in the 1950s.
Roughly half the United States will keep abortion legal. Some will even go beyond Roe v. Wade. Women who want to kill their babies for no other reason but that they don't want the child will simply have to live and love in states that support such lifestyles. Remember this when you see the next round of angry lunatics holding up blood-red coat wires in front of justices' homes. These women are not grounded by statistics or numbers or facts. They feed, zombie-like, off the adrenaline high known as self-loathing. And if they don't get their way and kill the children, then it's off to the next step, warp their minds and maim their bodies using the various spells of radical ideology. And that's my opening statement. As I said, every one of these lunatics has a life story, a reason for their passion. To fight them, we must first understand them. Here to help us on this disturbing journey is a friend and journalist who's been embedded right there in the thick of their madness. Our discussion and chilling original footage when we return.